Hello everybody, how's it going, and welcome back to a Runescape 3 vlog. I don't know why I call these RS3 vlogs, because I don't vlog in any other RuneScape type or anything like that. I have an account on Old School. I mean, there's no money on it, but, you know, its skills are kind of okay. It's got, like, probably no membership right now, so, you know, I could play Old School, but I don't know. I just really don't want to right now. I'm enjoying my time in RS3 and then getting back into it and stuff like that, getting skillage. I just leveled up Slayer, actually. Fairly close to leveling up defense. Hoping I can get 90 defense today. Not sure how feasible that is because I'm training it through Slayer. I just used my mask to get this task, so I can't use it again to get it again, which kind of sucks because Abyssal Demons are not that bad for training. You get a fair amount of XP out of them. You know, your average task is like 200, so, you know, you get a good 100k or so XP out of that at least, so it's pretty good, fairly good. You know, no complaints, no complaints. I should level up defense, or at the very least come very, very close to it on this task. I believe I still have a fair few of these left. 179, yeah, so I should level it up this task. It'll be close, I imagine, though, so hopefully I just get some good, training tasks after this one there for defense, because it'll probably be about 500k-ish to 90. I'd like to get that today and just finish it off today. This is fucking annoying guy here. He's here once in a while. He should be almost done his task. He's been here for like 20 minutes, and that's all he's been doing for 20 minutes is just fucking attacking and doing that stuff. It's kind of annoying, you know. I understand he wants to do the task quickly, but he's kind of annoying. Go away, whoever you are. This is my zone. Go to Mortania Slayer Tower. Piss off all the noobs there. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So training on these guys / doing Slayer tasks. So let's hope we get some good Slayer tasks after this one. I'm hoping, but I guess we'll find out after. But anyway, I hit 100 subscribers, which is crazy and weird and awesome and stuff. And then, you know, people are gonna realize that once the Mega May stuff is done that I suck, and they're going to unsubscribe. So while I still have 100 subscribers, thank you for 100 subscribers before literally like 50 of you leave. But yeah, the Mega May stuff is fairly easy. It's decent to make. Keeps videos constant, and you know, since there are lots of views on it, it does help advertise the other stuff that I actually do. So that's kind of nice. And some people have said that they find it good and funny, which is weird to me because I don't find myself funny or interesting at all. So that's always a positive when somebody does that, and people do that and say that's pretty funny, and they showed it to their friends. They thought it was funny. I was like, oh, well, thank you. So a huge thank you to literally everybody, because y'all are cool and stuff. So we hit 100. Now we have to go to 10 million. That's our next goal. There's no in between. It's 10 million is the next time I'll make a video. No, I don't think that's very feasible. I don't think any RuneScape YouTubers even hit 1 million subscribers yet. I think like Chris Archie and SparkMac and those guys are still the highest, and they're only like 300,000-400,000, I think, which is still crazy, to be totally fair, for RuneScape. That's insane. That's a shit ton of subscribers for RuneScape, but you know, I don't think 1 million is in the cards for anybody anytime soon, at least, unless something happens and, you know, they go crazy with some other video or game or something. But you know, I'm gonna say that it's not gonna happen. Just some intuition, but so yeah, 100 subscribers is pretty cool. It's pretty sweet. I actually started. This is not my first RuneScape YouTube account, which is weird. I had my first one was called Master Addictors, and I think that channel is still up. And I did RSMV videos and stuff on that one. I started that in 2008, a very long time ago, on a totally different RuneScape account than this one too. I actually started playing RuneScape in 2006, so about 10 years ago actually now, which is crazy to think that it's been that long, but you know, it has been that long, so yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, so I started doing RuneScape music videos. The first video I ever made, I believe, is still up. It's a RuneScape video for Disturbs Inside the Fire. It actually still has the original audio. It's one of the few that still does. Somehow I fought off the copyright claim. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. And yeah, that has like 40,000 views just because of that, which is pretty funny. But hey, I'm not complaining. It was pretty. It was an interesting time, that's for sure. You know, back in 2008 when Windows Movie Maker was dominating and Vegas was just starting to kind of, you know, creep its way into the main eye of everybody. But it was a lot of fun. You know, I sucked at it. I couldn't at least at the time edit for shit. And RuneScape music videos were literally just going in a direction that was absolutely insane, and I'm like, I'm not keeping up with that. So I started vlogging, doing stuff like this, and that worked out fairly well for me, actually, because I left Master Dictors and I started up a channel called Failgex, and I did update videos for the most part, but I did other vlogs and stuff on another account that got like 500 subscribers by itself. And then Failgex got like 1,500 at one time. It's down, way down now. It's like 1,390 right now, but that's just because I haven't been active on the account, and closed accounts, so they've purged. Nobody new subscribed, so it purges the old accounts that have been deleted, and, you know, subscriber count just drops because it does, so whatever. I'm not bothered by it. I can't even access that account anymore. I don't actually even know what the email is for it anymore. I mean, I have a decent idea of what it was. I just cannot remember the password or anything for it, which kind of sucks, but oh well. That's the way it goes. So, but I started that in 2011, and then I stopped in 2013, I think. And then at that point, I basically just kind of, I still played RS and stuff like that off and on, but I really didn't do anything, I guess, you know, with it, like RuneScape wise, or like video wise and whatnot. And I kind of left, and I made another channel called Infinitum Gamer where I did some strategy stuff and some other stuff. And I started up Next Gen, which has a bunch of variety content, and continued on with Infinitum. And then I decided very, very, very recently to, you know, now I gotten back into RuneScape again, and I was liking it. I was getting, you know, skills up and stuff. This was after like 99 smithing and all that kind of shit. Prayer was the first one I got. Then I got smithing. Then I got cooking. Then I got herbalore. Then I got fire makings, which was the most recent, which was only like a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, I was starting to get back into it. And a friend of mine, Ben, still ran his YouTube channel, and he was like, "You should get back into it." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." So I decided, I made Drunk Dwarf, and it was just like, I'll just do some vlogs once in a while, whatever. I don't even give a fuck. But it ended up being a little bit more than that, and I ended up enjoying it again. So now I'm kind of doing it more regularly and more trying to do different content and try to do something a bit different. Everybody does guides, everybody does PK videos, and I mean technically everybody does vlogs too, but you know, the RuneScape skills series and the comedy series and stuff like that, and I haven't really seen many people do. I mean, people do RuneScape comedy stuff, but not in the way that I do it. So it's something different. It's kind of weird. I know I'm never gonna get, like, you know, RuneScape famous off of it or anything like that, but you know, it's fun to make, and I liked when people like my stuff. So, you know, but yeah, that's kind of the history of my RuneScape YouTube career, and RuneScape YouTube was a big part of my life back in 2008, and RuneScape in general has just been a big part of my life too, which is weird to say. Most people just view, you know, most people view video games as just that. They're video games, or something to pass, you know, an hour or a few hours, or, you know, even 10 minutes on, you know, iPad or whatever, playing Angry Birds for 10 minutes just because you got to wait for somebody who's takes too long in the bathroom or something. But RuneScape was always something more to me than that, and part of that stems, like, back in 2008, I was in middle school. I was just about to go into high school. I went into grade 10 in, it would have been 2009 I would have started, so September of 2009, but 2008, August of 2008, I started, you know, grade 9, and I was still technically in middle school because our high school is 10 to 12, not 9 to 12 like some. And I was in a very small rural community, so yeah, everybody in that school kind of knew everybody, and I was a weirdo, so I got bullied quite a lot, and you know, it really affected me as a person a lot. You know, I became quite excuse me, quite I guess depressed would be the word. I guess you could use that word, but yeah. And so a friend of mine, actually online, because I played RuneScape, and most of my friends that I cared about were actually online. Just, well, there's a couple that I was friends with at school, but for the most part, my escape was through playing RuneScape, and you know, kind of helped me because I could escape into something different. And a friend of mine was like, hey, you know, Hypercam exists. And I was like, oh, okay. So I started doing Hypercam videos and stuff like that. And I had a channel before Master Dictors. That channel no longer exists anymore. This was before I put audio into videos. I was basically making glorified slideshows, and I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea how to work anything or how to put audio and stuff or whatever, and it was or record voice. I didn't have a mic, and it was terrible. It was awful. And but I enjoyed it. I really, really liked it, and I found it fun and a stress reliever, so I kept doing it, and I started to branch out and do other things, and RuneScape music videos is where I kind of found my niche for quite a while, and I got into vlogging and stuff like that, and just kept going from that. So it's interesting how I got into this, and it's always interesting to hear how other people got into this, because everybody has a story. It's never just simple. There's always something behind it, even if they're like, oh, it's pretty simple, and then they start talking about it, and it's like, oh, that's not simple at all. You know, there was a thought process to go with that. There was reasons behind it, and mine was, it was an escape. It was something to help me cope with the bullying at the time. It stopped when I went in high school, because high school was like a city high school, and it was huge. So literally everybody that knew everybody formed their little cliques, and that was it. It was over. You know, you didn't even see those guys anymore, which was great, because meant I didn't, you know, I was a terrible student in high school, though. I skipped all the time. Like, I hated school. Like, just hated school. So I skipped all the fucking time with a couple of buddies who had one guy had a car, so we just literally left and went to McDonald's and just, you know, spent the $3 that we had on junior chickens and fries. And, you know, high school was an alright time, but, yeah, it sucked in the start, and that's why I got into RuneScape videos. And, it's funny how RuneScape has, you know, affected my life. Most people will be like, oh, well, he hasn't done anything, it's just a video game. But, you know, in total, complete reality of it all, RuneScape is a huge part of my life, and the day this game shuts down will be a very sad day indeed. Whether I'm playing it or I'm not, you know, it'll be a sad day, and I hope that doesn't happen, to be totally honest. I know it probably will. Someday it will. It's just an inevitability, and nothing can last forever, but hopefully that's not for a very, very long time. Hopefully they hit, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. 50 years of RuneScape, can you imagine? That'd be crazy. There will be people that literally have started playing this game when it first started, that have died of old age, like natural causes, that have played this game. Like younger people like my age in 50 years, because I'm 22. That's crazy to think. That's really crazy to think, but it could happen, and I hope it does, because I really don't want to see this game go under, because it means so much to me, and it means a lot to a lot of people. You know, I met my first real like serious girlfriend on this game. Like she's from the Netherlands, and I'm from Canada, but she flew over here and stuff. We dated for almost 3 years, and that's crazy, all because of this game. I met some of my greatest friends and stuff because of this game. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. But I don't know if you guys have a weird RuneScape story pertaining to RuneScape itself, something you did in it, reason why you play it, you know, what it means. Does it mean anything to you? Is it just a video game you play? I'm curious. I'm very curious to know, because it means a lot to me, and I'm curious to know what it means to some of you as well. So if you want to leave a comment down below, by all means, go right ahead. And thank you again for 100 subscribers. That's awesome. I will see some of you later on for the May Mega Hoo-Ha Cases thing. The amount of times I have to re-record Meg's Cases, because I keep fucking up and saying Mega May and not Meg's Cases, is astounding, by the way. Just to let you know. But, yeah, I'll see some of you later on for that. And if you don't watch those, then I will see you probably later on this week for something. Generally Friday, Saturday, I'll come out with something retarded. So, I'll see you guys then. Peace.